Pons-Brooks was discovered or recognised as a comet going around the Sun every 71 years back in 1812 by a French astronomer. However, it was seen as far back as 1385, so right back in the 14th century, by the Chinese. Now, it's what's described as a Halley comet, and what that means is that it takes a few decades to go around the Sun. It's not one that takes tens of thousands of years, and equally isn't one that just whizzes around every few years. Now, this comet is about 34 kilometers across. That's the nucleus, the heart of the comet. And that makes it more or less the size of Mount Everest. And curiously, it has a green color in some photographs, and that's because it has a molecule called dicarbon. What that does, it absorbs sunlight and re-radiates some of it with that characteristic green tint. It's been described in some places as a Devil Comet, and that's because during one of its outbursts last year, it had two characteristic jets, and it gave it a curious horned appearance. Pons-Brooks is at its best for the Northern Hemisphere from March through to mid-April this year, and it'll be not the easiest thing to spot. If you look at these finder charts, you can see roughly where it'll be in the sky. It's basically in the west-northwest after sunset, and that changes as the weeks passed. But don't expect it to be dazzlingly bright, the kind of image you see in photographs. It's not going to be like that. This is something that might just be visible to the naked eye if you don't have a moon in the sky, if there's no light pollution, and if the weather's really clear, then you might stand a chance. But for most of us, we're going to need to pick up a pair of binoculars. Ideally, look at one of the apps you can get on your phone showing you where things are in the sky, or a finder chart of some kind, and that'll really help you to track it down. And when you see it, it's likely to look like a sort of small greyish fuzz, quite typical for many comets, but you will have the satisfaction of knowing you've seen this once-in-a-lifetime object.